welcome to Glute Day. I think we'll do about 30 to 40 minutes. We're going to kind of mix flow with a leg day, kind of. But we are going to start out at the top of our mat. Start in mountain. Have your hands by your side. Go ahead, do some shoulder rolls to the back. And you can switch to the front. Go ahead, deep inhale, bring those arms up overhead. And exhale, we'll forward fold. Nice stretch through the hamstrings. And we'll half lift, forward fold. Let's go ahead and take our fold wide. So feet wide. Let's just intensify that leg stretch a little bit. I always like to do a little bit of rocking. Some people's ankles don't handle the rocking well, so just listen to your body. Deep breath in. Inhale, let's down dog. Go ahead, pedal through the feet. Regulating your breath here. And let's do a lizard lunge right leg. Stretching through those hip flexors. First lunge of the day, so it should feel nice. I'm going to lower to my forearms, if that works for you. And we'll move back to down dog. And lizard left leg. Feel your hands press into the mat. And if you want to lower down, go ahead. And we'll down dog. And either walk your feet to the top or hop into a fold. Go ahead, push through the feet, bending the knees, coming into chair. You can do a wide chair or a regular chair. Roll those shoulders back, open the chest. Deep inhale, and exhale, push through the feet coming up. Wonderful. We'll go ahead and move back into chair. Bending the knees. Let's widen our foot placement a bit. And we'll start to pulse 2 inches, 1 inch to 2 inches, up and down. Pushing through the feet for that pulse. Engaging your core. 2 more breaths. And push through the feet, come up. Go ahead, take your right hand out to the right side and we'll reach towards our left ankle. And back up. We have 4 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right hand comes down, left hand. to right ankle. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. Let's bring those feet together. Come up into mountain. Arms up overhead. And slight back bend. Really sink in this back bend. Feel the stretch through the front of your torso. And release. Come back. Release the arms down. Let's go into an eagle. Right leg is going to be our moving leg, okay? And finding your balance. And you have the option to add in the arms if you would like, okay? We have 5 breaths here. One more breath. Come up and unwind. Now our left leg's the moving leg. Finding your balance and then deciding whether or not to incorporate those arms. It's strange because I always have better balance on my right side, and lately that is not the case. It's interesting. Two more deep breaths. And push up, unwind. If you need to work through the knees a little bit, go ahead. Feel free to do so. Let's go ahead, warrior 1, right foot's coming back. And warrior 2. And we'll go into a side angle. The right arm is reaching over. And coming upright. Warrior 2. Holding your warrior 2. Feeling the energy make its way through your body. You should feel a little bit of compression, a little bit of tension, a little bit of heat in that left back pocket, down through the left thigh. Okay, if you need to come out earlier, that's fine. 2 more breaths. And warrior 1. Let's go ahead and move into a low lunge. So we're gonna change the foot placement of our back foot, the arms lower down to the mat. And then adjusting your foot placement if you need to get into that low lunge. And we'll walk our way back to half splits. Use your blocks if you need. Come back up into that low lunge. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, walk back to half splits. And we'll unwind this left leg coming into all fours. And I just kicked over all my blocks. Oops. Work through about 5 cat-cows on your own breath. right, let's hover this right knee. We're gonna do some big circles with it. The knee's coming towards your elbow, okay? As far as direction-wise. So we're lifting that knee up. It stays bent. Just creating a big circle. We have 2 more breaths doing this. And we'll switch to the left leg. Same thing, big circles. Two more breaths. I know you can feel the burn in the butt, because I can feel it. All right, back to center. Let's move into a down dog. We'll go ahead and swing that right leg up into a lunge. We'll go ahead and adjust our back foot placement. We're gonna rise up into warrior one. If you need to adjust anything, feel free to do so. And we're breathing, soaking in the stillness. And warrior two. Nice long hold. We'll move into side angle, your version of side angle. The left arm comes over and forward or behind our back. And we're holding here, breathing. Take our hands to the mat. We're going to go into a low lunge. So the left knee comes down. Do any adjustments we need to. Nice long inhale. Slow exhale. As we walk ourselves back into half splits. And back into low lunge. You're doing fantastic. And back into the half split. And we'll move into all fours. Just bring that right knee around. Move into an extended puppy. We let our shoulders fall towards the ground. Our hips stay high. Allow your head to rest on the mat or a block or bolster. And breathe. All right, we'll come up on the forearms. We're going to move into a frog pose. So our knees come out wide. And keep a neutral back, neutral spine. If you want to do one leg at a time, that's fine. And be conscious of your breath here. We'll go ahead Bring the knees back together. We'll lower into Sphinx. Your version of Sphinx. And we'll go ahead and move into a child's pose. I'd like you to take 3 breaths here. And after you're done with those 3 breaths, we'll move into a down dog. And we'll swing that right leg up the middle. Come into a lunge. And we'll go ahead and come upright in our high lunge. We're going to pulse those same 1 to 2 inches, okay? So we have 1. And we're pulsing. Nice and little ones. If you want your hands at heart center, feel free to do so. 3 more breaths. If you want to leave the pulsing out, that's fine. 2 and 1. Push through those feet. We're going to turn them both to the back. Kind of heel toe them to squat range. And we'll lower down into our squat. And we're pulsing here. Two more breaths. Come up. Both feet are going to move to the left, okay? So both feet are in the left direction. Going back into that high lunge on our left side, okay? So adjusting your foot placement. Once you find your balance there, we'll go ahead and pulse. Two more breaths. And come up. We'll step to the top of the mat, okay? Go ahead, inhale, arms up. Slight back bend. Exhale, release. All right. You can take 2 breaths in mountain. Nice, big, deep breaths. Go ahead, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. We'll step back to plank. And you have the option to add in mountain climbers here. Or you can hold your plank. Now we're going to hip dip to the left, hip dip to the right. Okay? Left, middle, right, middle, left, middle, right, middle, left, middle, right, middle, left, right, left, right, and lower the knees. Go ahead and come into cobra or up dog. And move into child's. Deep breath in. Exhale, all 4s. All right, we're going to hover the right knee. And what I'd like you to do is bring it back and then on the left side of the left leg, of the left knee, okay? And then up and then back to center. Then we'll do the same thing left side. So the knee comes up, and then on the right side of the right knee, up, center. So we have right leg, it's kind of awkward to do, to be honest. You can flex your foot if you want, but it's more about internal and external hip rotation in the glute muscles. So even though it feels awkward, you're still doing a lot, okay? And 5 more breaths of this. Three more breaths. One more breath. Perfect. Let's go ahead. Bring the hips towards the heels. Move into a hero, so just a kneeling pose. Place our fingers behind our toes, behind our hips. Deep inhale, chest opens to the ceiling. Exhale, we'll allow our spine to round as our torso comes forward and we fold. And we'll walk the hands to where we're back up to center, and we'll do that one more time. Inhale, opening the heart towards the sky. Exhale, gently allowing that fold. Now from here, I'd like you to roll on your right side. I'm going to do my right side first to face the camera. It's up to you if you want to face the camera. We're just going to do clam openers, okay? So our feet are together, knees are bent, and we have our right hand kind of supporting our head. We're going to do 10 open, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew, awesome, guys. All right, let's roll to the opposite side. It's going to be my left side. Same thing, feet are together, knees are bent, and my left hand's kind of supporting my head. And we'll start to open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Let's roll to our back. Knees bent. We're going to move into our first bridge. Push through the heel, push through the feet. Hips come up. And then you have the option to pulse here. We have 5 breaths, nice and slow breaths. Two more breaths. And lower down. Perfect. Let's hug both knees into the chest. Doing any circles with the ankles, circles with the knees or the hips. Whatever feels good to you. Whatever you feel like your body needs. You've done an amazing job with this practice. So now it's time to feel those benefits and just kind of soak in the practice as a whole. Let's go ahead and take our feet to the mat. Let's cross our right leg over. We're going to go into reverse pigeon. Nice stretch through those glute muscles that we used so much today. For today, I would suggest not lengthening the leg towards the ceiling, but you obviously can. Personally, it takes away from my glute stretch a little bit when I lengthen my legs. So, just a thought. Let's take our left foot to the ceiling, our right leg still crossed. We're gonna keep the shoulders on the mat, but we're gonna take the right foot, that entire thing, over to our left side. So we're adding a little bit of a twist here. So our right bottom of our right foot is planted on the ground, okay, or on a block. I always got the options for those blocks. Now we'll just use our hand to unwind the knees back to center. We'll uncross. Same thing left side. So reverse pigeon first. Really soak in that glute stretch. Feel those sensations. Deepen your breath. Congratulate yourself on showing up today, getting on your mat. And a deep breath in. Exhale, we'll release that right foot down to the mat. The left foot and knee all come to the right side. So our shoulders are on the mat. This also, while it is a twist, it also reaches the top lateral side of our glute and achieves a different type of stretch than reverse pigeon a little bit. Allow your shoulders to just kind of melt into the mat. Allow it to become heavy and relaxed. And we'll go ahead, use our hands to just help those knees back to center. We'll unwind. I want you to lengthen the legs out on your mat. Your arms can go up ahead and rest. We'll go ahead, inhale, reach through the fingertips, reach through the toes, full body stretch. Exhale, release everything to the mat. And we'll do that one more time. Reaching through the fingertips on your inhale, reaching through the toes, contracting every muscle. And exhale, releasing down. Perfect. Now, if this is where you would like to stay for your final relaxation, go ahead and do so. If you would like to be seated, that's fine too. We'll just do kind of a short little final relaxation here, but I think it's super important to incorporate. All right, so I'll let you get comfy. And just go ahead and close your eyes. Start to breathe nice slow breaths. Let your exhales be longer than your inhales. But take this time to really, really notice how you're feeling. Notice how you feel now versus before you practiced. Mentally, physically, emotionally, kind of check in with yourself, okay? And I'll give you a few moments of silence to end your practice with. It's a great time to set an intention for your day, if you're doing this in the morning, or kind of process anything that happened throughout your day if you're doing this at night. Or even if you just need to repeat some affirmations to yourself. The time can be used in any way you feel you need, okay? If you find yourself having any racing thoughts or just trouble keeping your attention focused on your breath, try to focus on the feeling of your breath. Pay attention to the rising of your chest when you inhale and the falling of your chest as you exhale. Knowing to be gracious with yourself. Some days it's going to be harder to clear your mind than others. But just be content in knowing that you don't have anything to worry about in this moment. This is your space. This is your time. It's your time to just get away from everything. Okay? Alright, you can stay in your final relaxation as long as you would like. I'm going to make my way out of my relaxation, but that doesn't mean that you need to end yours. But I will end by saying you did a wonderful job today, so make sure and pride yourself for that. And namaste. Thank you very much for practicing with me.